Good afternoon, everyone. In this session, we will discuss about the cycle inventory. In brief, we will discuss about how to manage inventory in certain condition. Yeah. Okay. After attending this course, you are expected to be able to calculating cost in selecting optimal lot size and cycle inventory in supply chain. And then also you are able to explain the impact of quantity discounts on lot size and cycle inventory, designing the right discount scheme for supply chain, explain the impact of promotions on lot size and cycle inventory, and identifying managerial aspects in reducing cost, lot size, and cycle inventory without increasing cost in supply chain. Our outline to be discussed is about the role of cycle inventory in supply chain, and then economies of scale to exploit fixed cost. You know that to procure the material or product, there are also fixed costs and variable costs. Yeah. So how to manage fixed costs using the principle of economies of scale. And then economies of scale to exploit quantity discounts, and then short-term discounts as a promotional export, managing multi-salon cycle inventory and estimating cycle inventory related costs in practice. Okay, we'll discuss about the role of inventory in supply chain. Yeah. If we discuss about the inventory management, there are two sides of the discussion of managing inventory. Yeah. In one side, focusing on the customer important. Yeah, we have to ensure, yeah, that our product uh, must be available to respond the customer needs. Yeah, or in other term, we can say that the service level is the ability of our company to make sure to ensure that all product, all the inventory in our store are sufficient to fulfill the customer demand. Yeah, this is the one side concerning on the customer demand or customer service level. And in other side, we have also to consider the cost efficient. Yeah, and here we have to make sure that to assure the availability of the product or to manage the service level, we have we have to make sure also to assure that the if inventory cost is not too high, yeah, or we must consider the cost efficiency in the other side, yeah. Concerning the inventory, there are many kinds of inventory. In the term of economies of scale, there is a cycle inventory, the inventory that we will use to fulfill the customer demand, yeah, in the certain condition. And also there is a safety inventory. This is the kind of inventory that we will use to respond the customer demand or supplier supply variability, yeah, in the term of uncertainty. And seasonal inventory, this is the inventory that we will use to respond the customer demand because of the seasonal variability. Yeah, all the kind of inventory is used for reduced buffer inventory. Yeah, so the inventory management is the art and technique to reduce buffer inventory. So the cost of inventory will be in a lower level, yeah. And also to reduce waiting time, yeah. The condition of the waiting time means that to respond the customer demand or to fulfill the customer demand or to respond the production, in terms of assembly for raw material. If our inventory is in the lower condition, so we have to wait in a long time. eh? Otherwise, if our inventory is enough, so there is no need to use or to wait the inventory to in the long time. Yeah. And so the inventory management also to reduce the material flow time. Yeah. Material flow time, it means that how long the material settle in the inventory. Yeah. The shorter material settle in the inventory is the better. And in higher level, the inventory management also for improving forecasting and improve matching between supply and demand. This is the brief of the importance of inventory in supply chain. Yeah. Okay, there are so many terms in the inventory management. We often heard the term of lot or batch size. Yeah. Lot or batch size is the amount or quantity of produced or ordered material by a company within a certain time. Yeah. In the quantity, yeah, how many material we order or how many material we produce is often to be quantified in the lot or batch size. Yeah. And then cycle inventory is the average inventory held in the supply chain for excess production or purchase compared to customer order. Yeah. So here the proportion of the production or purchase, yeah, production is for produced material or purchase for purchase material from the vendor to customer order. Yeah. If our production is more than customer order or customer demand, so we have to hold the inventory. Yeah. So it will be increasing the cycle inventory. Yeah. And the notes of the cycle inventory here will be the notation of Q. Q is the lot or batch size of an order. Yeah, so when we order for material from the supplier or from the shop floor or manufacturer, we will measure in the Q. Yeah, Q represent the lot or batch size of an order. Yeah, the notation of Q, and then D, capital D here represents for demand per certain time. Generally, capital D, represent the demand for 1 year. And then here, cycle inventory is the varied inventory we hold in the inventory, yeah. Uh, a material that we hold in the inventory, yeah. We calculate it with Q divided by 2, average inventory or cycle inventory. And average flow time here is the average inventory divided by average flow rate. Yeah. And we can calculate average flow time of cycle inventory to be Q, yeah, lot or batch size of an order divided by 2 times demand. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Inventory cycle can be illustrated by this picture. Yeah. Here we can say that in certain time, in certain time, we order the material for key Q units. Yeah, Q units. When material arrive in the warehouse, yeah, of our company, the number of inventory will be at Q level. Yeah, at Q level. And then we use this inventory for selling or for production. So the inventory level will be reduced. Yeah. Day to day or time to time, it will be reduced until reach some point here. Yeah. Here, the inventory level will be on the ROP point or reorder point. What is reorder point? Reorder point is the number of the material that remains in the inventory, and the calculation of the inventory will be small d times by L, where small d here as average demand, yeah, for certain time, certain period, maybe in days or a week or a month, yeah, small d here, while capital D is demand for 1 year, yeah, multiplied by L. L here is the waiting lead time, yeah, lead time, yeah. Lead time is the time that material needs from the order until material come to the warehouse. Yeah. So reorder point will be the number of reorder point, or on which level we have to release order. Yeah. The level is the small times L. Yeah. So here we have to release order to the vendor or to the manufacturing facility. Yeah. And then we have still material number, yeah, with the amount of small d times L until at level zero, yeah, level zero, yeah, inventory at level zero, the material that we order come to our warehouse, yeah. With the coming of material, so the material level or inventory level will be increased again, yeah, until Q level, yeah. This pattern will run in regular pattern, yeah. Okay, order comes, so the inventory level will be at the Q level, and then we use the material, yeah. Okay, and until reach the ROP, yeah. When material reach ROP point, so we have to release order, and we wait for the order until our material will be empty. Then material we order comes again, yeah, and so on. So with this level of material, yeah, with this level of inventory of material here, the number of average inventory will be Q divided by 2. This is the average inventory. Yeah, this is the simple illustration about the pattern of the inventory cycle. Then let's take an example. Yeah, we have ordered the material in the number of 1,000 units. Yeah. So Q here 1,000 units or lots. Yeah. With our data depicts that the demand is 100 units per day. Yeah. So here cycle inventory, yeah, will be 1,000 divided by 2, 500. Yeah. This is the average flow time of cycle inventory. Or average flow time can be calculated by dividing the Q here on the order material with the 2 multiplied by D here. So every full time will be 1,000 divided by 2 times 100. Yeah. We find the average full time to be 5 days here. What this means? Yeah. Average full time represent that, or we can explain that each unit takes 5 days to settle in the inventory. Yeah, it needs 5 days to store the inventory. Yeah, for each unit product. Yeah, and here the shorter the average flow time, the better. Yeah, because of the high turnover. Yeah, because every full time is shorter. Yeah, shorter. And then here it means also working capital requirements are lower or cash in cash is faster. Yeah, cash in cash it means that when we order, yeah, we release order from certain time and then material come to our warehouse. Yeah, we hold the material, yeah, in certain time. Let's say material come to our warehouse today, yeah, and then 5 days later material out from our warehouse. This is the average full time. Yeah. So the material must be stored in the inventory in 5 days. Yeah. So the shorter the average full time, the better the business or the performance of our business. Yeah. And here also the present that the carrying costs are lower. Okay. Yeah. Then how to keep the average full time short in short time. How to keep the average flow time short? Yeah, because average flow time comes from two sides that are Q and D. So we can shorten the average flow time with two variable. Yeah, two variable. We can shorten the average flow time with reduce the quantity that we order. Yeah, the smaller the Q, the shorter the average full time. Yeah, okay. With reducing the queue or with increasing the demand. Yeah, the demand. This can be managed in the term of operation. Yeah, we order in smaller quantity, while this variable can be managed from the side of customer, maybe with the marketing effort and so on. Yeah, to improve demand. Yeah, let's say with promotion. Yeah, to increase the demand. Yeah. Okay. Cycle inventory is maintained to take advantage of economies of scale in supply chain. Supply chain costs are affected by lot size. Yeah. Here, the elements of supply chain costs, yeah, consist of material costs or with the notation of C. Yeah. C here as material purchase price or acquisition costs. Yeah. Or purchase costs. Yeah. And then order costs. We note it with S, yeah, material acquisition cost. Yeah, that is the cost that we pay to procure the material. Yeah, holding costs here. Yeah, holding cost is the cost that we have to pay to store the the material in the inventory. Yeah, and in general, holding costs can be calculated by multiplying of small h here as holding cost per year in the percentage of C, in the percentage of acquisition costs of material. And cycle inventory allows companies to purchase in lot size to minimize the amount of material, ordering costs, and holding costs. Yeah, we can buy the material in lot size. Yeah, and this is the general practice in business. Yeah, purchase or procure the material in the lot size to minimize the amount of material, to minimize the ordering cost, and also holding costs. Ideally, cycle inventory decisions should consider the overall cost across entities in the supply chain. In practice, each entity makes its own decision. Yeah, unfortunately, uh, each entity in the supply chain system makes its own decision because of their short-term performance measurement, yeah, that impact the total cycle inventory in the supply chain. Yeah, it will impact the total cycle inventory. So here, cycle inventory is formed in supply chain because each entity or stage utilized its respective economies of scale to minimize cost. Consists of material cost, fixed ordering cost, and holding costs. Okay, yeah. And three typical situations where economies of scale are exploited. It may be fixed costs occur every time an order is placed, or supplier offer quantity discounts, or supplier offer promotional discount. Yeah, quantity discount it apply, yeah, in the material that we buy with the discount based on the quantity we order. And the other, the supplier offer promotional discount. Yeah, it can be supplier apply the discount for material for promotion. Yeah, maybe discount based on the time of the order or the number of the material that we order. Okay. Common problem in cycle inventory are to estimate holding costs and order costs. Yeah. And how we do identify incremental costs that impact loss sizing decision? We have two kind of cost. Yeah, for the cycle inventory discussion, yeah, that are holding costs or carrying costs. These costs occur when we hold inventory. Yeah, it can be obsolescence cost, insurance, extra staffing, interest, theft or loss, or beverage, damage, warehouse, etc. Yeah, these are the elements of holding or carrying costs. The cost that we have to pay to store to hold the material in the inventory. And ordering costs or order costs. It can be supplies, yeah, supplies that we use to release the order to supplier. It can be also tender processing, yeah, if we procure the material in the way of tender. Order preparation and processing, and can be as cost of ordering costs or LC opening, letter of credit opening. It occurs when we procure the material uh, from import. Yeah, shipping cost, inspection cost, clerical support, etc. These are the kind or elements of ordering costs. Okay, how to utilize economies of scale for fixed cost exploitation? We can apply the fixed order quantity model using economic order quantity. This is the model of economic order for material that we purchase from vendor, or can be production order quantity. This is the optimal quantity for production that we produce in the manufacturing facilities. And how quantity discount impact the optimal quantity, optimal order? The other kind of the inventory management, it can be also probabilistic model applied for the calculation of quantity that is uh, impacted by the variability of demand or variability of supply. Yeah, not deterministic. This is the contrary of deterministic model. And fixed order period model. Okay, we'll discuss one by one. Yeah. Fixed order quantity model, or we often uh, we often discuss it as economic order quantity. Yeah. The requirement of EOQ, yeah, EOQ can be applied if demand is known and constant. Yeah. Yeah. So the model often to be discussed as deterministic, yeah, deterministic model because of the variable that determined. Demand is known and constant. The time is known and constant. Materials are received immediately or instantaneous receipt of material. No quantity-based discount. Yeah, only two types of cost, that are order or setup cost and holding costs. And there is no inventory shortages. These are the prerequisite for applying of economic order quantity. Yeah, economic order quantity can be depicted for this illustration. So when we determine what is the cost of inventory, yeah, as we know that there are kind of inventory costs, that is holding cost and order cost. Yeah, so total cost is the sum of the order cost and holding costs. Yeah, and here the curve of order cost, it will be if we order in the higher quantity or higher lot, so order cost will be lower. Yeah, so we can say that the the more we order, the less the order costs. Yeah, so the order cost, the curve of order cost move from left up to right below, right low. Yeah, and the contrary of order cost is holding cost. The more we hold the material in the inventory, the higher the cost. So the curve move from uh, low left to right side. Yeah, right upside. Yeah, and the sum of the costs. Yeah, the total cost that consists of the order cost and holding costs. And what is the quantity level or optimal quantity level? Yeah, the optimal quantity level occurs when the curve of total cost is on the lowest level. Yeah, the lowest level here. And the lowest level is the cross or the midpoint between holding cost curve and order cost curve. This is the optimal level of order, yeah, or optimal order quantity, or Q star. Here, yeah. Okay, this is the simple example about the cycle inventory or fixed order quantity model. Yeah. Assume that we need 1,000 microwave to sell. Yeah. And we get the microwave from the distributor. Yeah. So the decision is how to order this number of microwave. We need 1,000 of microwave. Yeah. We can order microwave with one order. Yeah. One order. Or here, if we order in every order consists of 1 unit. Yeah, we need 1000 microwave. Yeah, we can order like this. Yeah, in the left side, or we can order using this way. Yeah, right side. In the left side, we order, and every order consists of 1 unit. In the contrary, we can also order with the number of 1000 units. What is the difference between the left side and the right side? Yeah, it's about the order quantity. Okay, yeah. To order the material from the distributor, we have to pay 33 cents dollar. Yeah, 33 cent dollar, 30, 33 cents dollars. Yeah, to buy postage. Yeah, if we order in every order only 1 unit, so we have to order in 1000 times. Yeah, 1000 times. Yeah, this one. And what is the cost of order? Yeah, because we have to order 1000 times. Yeah, for 1 unit of microwave in every order. So we have to pay 1000 multiplied by 33 cents dollar. Yeah, we have to pay $330 for fulfilling the demand of microwave, that is 1000 units. Yeah. Okay. What if we order with the order number 1000? This one. Yeah. If we order with the quantity of 1000, or the number of lot is 1000, so we have only to order one time. Yeah. One time order with the size is 1000 units. Yeah. And the postage that we have to pay is only 33 cents dollar. Yeah. Which one is efficient? Sure. We can say that this model of order is more efficient. Yeah, compared to this one. Yeah. So we can get the efficiency if we order only one time with the number of order 1000 units. Okay. This is the comparison of the cycle order model. Okay. Back to the calculation of economic order quantity. Here we use many notes. Yeah. Notation. The first one is Q. Q represents the order quantity per order. Q star is the optimum order quantity per order. Capital D is demand per year. S is the order or setup cost per order or per setup. And capital H is holding cost per unit per year. Yeah, okay. And we calculate the annual setup cost or order cost to be number of demand divided by quantity of order multiplied by order or setup cost per order. Yeah, this is annual setup cost or annual order cost. Demand for 1 year divided by quantity that we order multiplied by order or setup cost per order. And the annual holding cost, we find the annual holding cost with the formula of Q divided by 2, or average cycle inventory, yeah, order quantity divided by 2 multiplied with H. Yeah, capital H. Okay. And then we get the optimal quantity order with this formula. Yeah. Square root of 2 multiplied by demand per year multiplied by order cost per order divided by H. Yeah, capital H. And capital H here, yeah, represent the uh, holding cost per unit per year, per period or per year. And C here is material cost per unit. Then if we find all the variable of cycle inventory, yeah, the annual inventory cost will be like this. Total inventory cost will be C multiplied by D. C is the purchasing price divided by demand a year added by this is order cost, and the last one is holding cost. And we can calculate the order inventory to be N equals to demand a year divided by order quantity. And time between order, yeah, when the order arrive today and when we have to release order again, yeah, we calculate it with time between order or capital T as working days per year divided by N. Yeah, and for small d, yeah, small d equals to demand a year divided by working days a year. And the order point will be average demand multiplied by L, the time. Okay, let's exercise an example. Yeah. AB41 Electronic Supplies sell 1,000 laptop per month. The cost for shipping, transportation, and receiving each order are 4,000 rupiahs per order. The purchase price for the laptop is 500 and storage costs are 20% of the value of the goods. How many should be ordered? Yeah. The decision here is to calculate the number of order or lot size or queue optimal. Yeah. Okay. We will analyze it. Annual demand here, capital D, is 1,000 multiplied by 12. Yeah, because here 1,000 laptop per month. So for demand per year, we simply calculate the monthly demand with 12. Yeah, that is 12,000 units. Order cost per lot or order cost per order, 4,000 rupiahs per order. And unit cost per laptop or the acquisition price, 500 rupiahs per order. Holding cost per year, 20% of the holding value. Here, 20% of the holding value is the value of acquisition price. So the optimal lot size will be Q star equals to square root of 2 times 12,000 times 4,000 divided by small h. Small h 0.2 or 20%, yeah, 0.2 or 20% times 500. 500 is the acquisition cost or purchasing price. Yeah, here the optimal lot size will be 980 units. Yeah, 980 units. So we can calculate the cycle inventory and other parameters. Cycle inventory here, the queue or lot we order divided by 2. Or here, 980 divided by 2. We get the cycle inventory to be 490 units. And order frequency per year will be number of demand per year divided by number of lot in every order. That 12.24 times. Yeah, this is the order frequency per year. And annual order and holding cost will be, okay, yeah, here our data. Demand is 12 units per year per brand, yeah, per year. Order cost 4,000 rupiah per order. Buying price for every laptop 500 per unit, 500 rupiah per unit. And then small age or holding cost is 20% from material value. Yeah. And so here we can calculate Q star, yeah, or optimal level of inventory, optimal order, yeah, economic order quantity, or optimal order for the material, yeah. Okay, here we order for 980 units per order. So what is the number of annual order cost? Yeah, annual order cost here can be calculated using this formula. This one, annual order cost. Yeah, here. Square root, um, this is square root, yeah. Square root 2 multiplied by demand a year multiplied by order cost divided by percentage of the holding cost multiplied by cost per unit for material. Yeah. And then with this formula, we find that the optimal quantity is 580 units. Yeah, 580 unit. Okay, this is Q star. With Q5, with Q 980 units. So what is the order cost and what is the holding cost? Yeah, the annual order cost will be the number of yearly demand, yeah, demand in 1 year divided by uh, optimal Q divided by order cost, yeah. So here B divided by B5 multiplied by B2. B2. Yeah. This is our order cost. This is order cost, annual order cost. Hmm. Yeah, this is order cost. And here is holding cost. Yeah. So, is this optimal quantity order? Yeah. Head to the curve. This one. Yeah. The curve declares that the optimal order will be on the Q, that is the lowest of total cost curve, or on the Q where the curve holding cost cross the curve of order cost. So here mathematically we can uh, describe with the equation between order cost and holding cost. Yeah. Or Q where the holding cost equals to order cost. Yeah. This one. This is the optimal order condition where holding cost order cost equals to holding cost. Yeah, here. This is holding cost, order cost. Yeah, order cost. Demand per year divided by uh order cost. Demand per year. Yeah. Demand per year divided by uh lot size or quantity optimal. Yeah, quantity that we have get multiplied by order cost per order. Yeah, we find the order cost 48,980, 990 rupiah per year. Yeah, this is order cost. What about holding cost? Holding cost, we find holding cost with this formula. Yeah, the number of order that are 980 units divided by 2 multiplied by the percentage of holding cost multiplied by cost of material acquisition or purchasing price. Yeah. Okay. Applying this formula, we find the holding cost 48 40 48,990 rupiah. Yeah. And total inventory cost will be this one. Yeah. Resuming from order cost and holding cost. Yeah. Okay. This is the Q optimal. Yeah. Optimum Q. And we can calculate average full time. Yeah, average full time is the number of we order divided by 2 multiplied by demand per year. Yeah. Or average full time is 0.041 year. Or in the time of month, so average full time is 0.49 pounds or 12 week. Yeah, this is average full time. Okay, what is the order frequency? Frequency, yeah. We will order as much of per frequency, demand a year divided by Q. Yeah. So here implicit that we will order as much as 12.25 times a year. Yeah, a year. And we can find also small d, that is uh, number of demand for 1 year divided by working days for 1 year. And here, ROB, the order point, will be small d multiplied by L. Small d is average demand multiplied by L, lead time. The time that we need, that material need from the uh, vendor release until the material comes into our storage. This is lead time. Okay. AB41, Electronic Supplies sells 1,000 laptop per month. Okay. Oh, we have discussed this. Okay. April for time. Yeah. April for time. Here. And 180 units divided by 2 multiplied by 12. 2 multiplied by demand per year. Ya. Oke. What if the manager wants to reduce the order quantity to decrease the available time? For example, the manager will reduce to order in 200 units. What is the impact? Yeah, we can calculate here the number of order, the cost of order will be S holding cost, yeah, percentage of holding cost times purchase price times quantity we order times 2 divided by 2 multiplied by demand. Ya. Oke, 20% times the pricing purchasing price multiplied by quantity, yeah, quantity order reduced from 980 to 200 units, yeah, and we get for order cost to be 166.67 rupiah, ya. So to maintain optimal performance, the manager must reduce the order cost from 4,000 dollar to 167 per order. Yeah, this is the uh, significant efficiency in the production. Okay. The key points of model fixed order quantity. Total ordering and holding costs are relatively stable if the order quantity is in the level of economic order quantity. In lot size decisions, there is a trade-off between order cost and holding costs. Yeah, obviously, you can see from this curve. Yeah, this is the contradictive between holding cost and order cost. Okay, if demand increases by a factor of k, then to remain optimal order, the lot size will increase by square root k, and the order quantity will also increase by a factor of square root a k. Cycle inventory decreases as demand increases. This is the relationship between uh, order quantity to uh, cycle inventory. Okay, now we will discuss about the aggregation. The aggregation is strongly related to transportation model. Yeah. Transportation, as we know, is a significant contributor to fixed cost per order. Aggregation is achieved by combining shipments of various products from the same supplier for same overall fixed cost set over more than one product. Effective fixed cost is reduced for each product, and lot size for each product can be reduced also. Yeah. A single delivery from multiple suppliers or a single truckload for multiple retailers can also be made to reduce the transportation cost. Aggregating products, retailers, or suppliers into a single order allows for a reduction in lot sizes for individual products because fixed ordering and transportation costs are shared across multiple product, retailer, or suppliers. Okay. For example, AP41 Electronics sells for computer brands Dexpro, Lightpro, MacPro, and HeavyPro. The demand for each brand is 1,000 units per month. If each brand is ordered separately, then economic order quantity will be 980 units for each brand. And total cycle inventory will be 4 divided the 4 multiplied by average inventory. Yeah, that is at the 980 units divided by 2 multiplied by 4. So the total cycle inventory will be 1,960 units. And we can aggregate the order for brands. Yeah. Using combination of Q star. Yeah. So the combination of Q star will be 1,960 units. For each brand, it will be 1,960 unit divided by 4 because we have 4 brands. Yeah, we find 490 units. Cycle inventory for each brand must be 490 divided by 2 or 245 units. And total cycle inventory will be 1,960 units divided by 2 or 980 units. Okay. In practice, fixed ordering costs depend at least on the portion of the cost related to transportation, independent of variation, and the portion of the cost related to loading and receiving. This cost is not independent of variation. We can also make three scenarios. Lots, lots are ordered and shipped separately for each product. Yeah. Lots are ordered and shipped together for each product, or lots are ordered and shipped together selectively. Yeah. Which which one is the best? Okay. Go on our example. Yeah. AB41 sells three laptop brands: Light Pro, Mac Pro, and Heavy Pro. Okay. Annual demand for Light Pro is 12,000, for Metro 1,200 units, and for Heavy Pro 120 units. Transportation costs 4,000 rupiah per shipment. Each brand is subject to an additional loading and unloading cost or loading and unloading fee. That is 1,000 rupiah per shipment respectively. Yeah. And then warehouse storage costs, we have to pay 20% of the value of the stored goods. And purchase price per brand, yeah, we have the same purchase price for three brands, yeah, that are 500. Okay, this is our C's, yeah. We can make a scenario for the delivery, yeah. There are delivery options with the use of aggregation, yeah. The first one, no aggregation. The reason is each brand is ordered separately, yeah. So we don't need to aggregate the order. The second, total aggregation, all brands are shipped on one truck, okay, to make an efficient of transportation, yeah. Or tailored aggregation, where shipments are selectively shipped together. Okay, yeah, we will calculate this. For node aggregation, okay, let's calculate one by one. Yeah, this is the data for three brands of our laptop that we sell. Yeah, the demand of Light Pro is 12,000 units, Mac Pro 1,200 units, and Heavy Pro 120 units. Fixed order, fixed cost per order, transportation is the same for every brand. We have to pay 4,000 IDR, 4,000 rupiah for every we transport material from supplier to our warehouse. Loading and unloading for every brand is the same, $1,000. And then we can calculate that total fixed cost per order for every brand will be 5,000. 5,000 is the summary of transportation and loading unloading costs. Okay, unit cost is $500 here. Same for all brand. Yeah. And holding cost is the percentage of cost. 20% of value of the material that is stored in the warehouse. Yeah. Then we can calculate optimal order or Q star. For Light Pro, it must be 1095 unit. Yeah, for Metro, the optimal order will be 346 units, and for HiFi Pro, 110 units. Cycle inventory will be, yeah, for Light Pro, 548 units. For Mac Pro, 173 units. While HiFi Pro, the cycle inventory only 55 units. And we can calculate order frequency. Order frequency here for Light Pro, we will order for 10.95 times. Yeah. While for Mac Pro, the order will only 3.46 times, and for HiFi Pro, 1.10 times order per year. Okay, and annual ordering cost, yeah, annual ordering cost is to order frequency, yeah, multiplied by cost of order, total fixed cost here, yeah, total fixed cost per order for every brand, yeah. For Light Pro, the annual ordering cost has been same with annual holding costs. Yeah, I think the others like this, yeah. And annual holding cost will be the summary of annual ordering cost and annual holding costs. Yeah. For Light Pro, the annual cost or annual inventory cost will be 109,000 and 545 units. IDR, rupiahs. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. And average full time will be like this. So here, our annual inventory cost will be 155,000 one and 140 rupiahs. This is annual cost, annual inventory cost. Yeah. This is the first scenario. What is the second scenario? In second scenario, we will aggregate the order. Yeah. Okay. What is the aggregation? Okay. Let's go to the calculation. Demand per year per unit for Light Pro is 12,000. For Mid Pro, 1,200, and for Heavy Pro, 120. Fixed cost, fixed cost, because we combine, we consolidate, or we aggregate all the transportation costs. Yeah. So here transportation cost will be for common or for consolidation for three brands. Yeah. Okay. But for loading and unloading, it bear on the brand respectively. Yeah. So the brand must pay the loading and unloading costs. Yeah. For each brand, the cost is $1,000. Okay. Here, total fixed cost is transportation costs added by loading and unloading costs. Yeah. We find that transportation total cost per order, total fixed cost per order, 7,000 rupiah. Yeah. Okay. Now, unit cost for every brand is the same. Yeah, 500. And holding costs it also similar. Yeah, 20% for each brand. And we find now optimal order, yeah, for three bands. Okay. And we can also calculate once we have find the optimal order, we can calculate cycle inventory here. Cycle inventory is the average of inventory. Yeah, because we order as Q star, yeah, for Light Pro 1000 and 230. Yeah. So here annual holding cost for three brand. Yeah. This is annual holding cost for three brand, and annual order cost will be, yeah, is the same with annual holding cost. And total cost, total inventory cost will be 136,000 and $558 rupiah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So using joint cost of transportation, which one is better compared to without aggregation at all? Yeah. Take a look on the annual cost, annual inventory cost. Yeah. With no aggregation, we have to pay annual inventory cost for 155,140 rupiah. Yeah. While if we consolidate the transportation using joint between transportation for three brands. Yeah. So for all inventory costs, we have to pay annual cost 136,000 and 558 rupiah. Yeah. So which one is better? Aggregation is better than without aggregation because we have to pay the annual holding cost in less compared to no aggregation at all. Yeah. These are two scenario, and obviously using aggregation we can save holding annual costs. Yeah. This is the second scenario. Total aggregation. Yeah. So we will try to make a third scenario, tailored aggregation. Yeah, tailored aggregation. Okay. Tailored aggregation is the aggregation with selective brand. Okay. The steps are here. Okay. These are the steps. Yeah. Define combination of fixed cost order costs. Yeah. We will find S star here. S star consists of S. Yeah. Add by S for every brand. Yeah. Here. S, this is consolidation transport added by loading costs, loading and unloading costs for every brand, Light Pro, Med Pro, and Heavy Pro. Yeah, and then after that, annual order cost will be S star N, where N is ordering frequency. Yeah, and star we find the N using the square root of demand for every brand the multiplied by holding costs for every brand divided by 2 multiplied by S star. Yeah. Or simply we can make an equation for this one. Yeah. And star to be square root for Ti multiplied by HCI divided by 2 multiplied by S star. Yeah, here where I from 1 until K. Yeah. Where K is number of items to be ordered and annual holding cost will be this one. Yeah. Order quantity for every brand multiplied by purchasing price multiplied by holding costs for every brand divided by 2 times N. Yeah, for every brand. This is annual holding cost and annual inventory cost will be order quantity for every brand multiplied by holding cost divided by 2 times N. Yeah, for every brand. Yeah, and then added by S star times N. Okay, go on. Example, yeah. Using the previous data for step one, yeah, define combination of fixed order costs. The combination of fixed order costs will be S star. Yeah, S star is the ratio of 4,000. 4,000 is transportation cost for all brand if we use consolidation. Yeah, added by 1,000 for 3 brand. 1,000 is additional cost for loading and unloading for every brand. Yeah. So we find a star as 7,000 rupiah. Yeah. Okay. Annual order cost is S star multiplied by N, where N is order frequency. Yeah. We can find order frequency. Yeah. order frequency here, and star is square root for demand multiplied by holding cost for every brand divided by 2 times S star. Yeah, here we find okay this one selective aggregation. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, repeat from the first step. Yeah, yeah. Define combination of fixed order costs. Yeah, we will define. Yeah, transportation cost for consolidation is 4,000. Yeah, and then add by loading unloading costs. Yeah, for each brand, it must we must pay 1,000 rupiahs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so annual order deal costs or S star N. Yeah, S star. Yeah, we find S star as 7,000. Yeah, 7,000. That is the summary of transportation and loading unloading costs for all brand. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is the first variable we have. And then go on. Unit cost for every brand is the same. 500,000. 500 rupiahs. Holding cost 20%. Yeah, the same for all brand. And now we will calculate order frequency per year. Yeah. For Light Pro with demand 12,000 units. So, and we can find the order frequency a year. Yeah, this one. And start. Yeah. Okay. Square root. Demand multiplied by holding cost for every brand. Yeah. Here. Okay. Yeah. Order frequency. I don't know why different from PowerPoint with Excel. Okay. Let's see on the Excel. Yeah. We find N. Yeah. And star. And star calculated by the square root of demand multiplied by holding cost for all order for bread. Ya. And then equal equal plus P5. P5. It must be P8. B7. Square root. Okay. Let me calculate again. SQL. Okay. Demand 20%. Plus demand multiplied by okay. Okay. Ya. Heavy bro, demand heavy bro multiplied by yeah. Okay. Divided by 2 to S. To S. Okay. Hmm. Square root B 2. T for L. T for L multiplied with H B7 B7. Mac Pro, C2, C2, C7, Windows, DP. And then D2, D7, C, must be C8 divided by 2 multiplied 7. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. We must concern on this exercise, yeah, for simple aggregate, yeah, for this one. Yeah. Okay, this is for simple aggregation. Yeah. Okay, this is simple aggregation. Load test with aggregation. Yeah. What is the order frequency? Yeah. Year. Okay. Calculating from this one. Yeah. From this formula. This one. We find that order frequency will be 9.75 times. Yeah. For all brand. Okay. And optimal order quantity or Q, yeah, Q will be demand per year, yeah, for each brand divided by order frequency, yeah, order frequency here, yeah, okay, with this frequency of demand, optimal order for Light Pro will be 1,230 units, for Mac Pro 123 units, and for Heavy Pro 12 units. And cycle inventory, yeah, cycle inventory here, yeah, this is for Light Pro. And so here we can calculate holding costs. Yeah, that is holding cost will be cycle inventory times uh, holding cost, yeah, 20%, and unit cost. Yeah. Okay, this is for Light Pro, this is for Mac Pro, and this is for Heavy Pro. And we find that our holding cost will be uh, 68,200 79 IDR. Ya, oke.